Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is a Kia Sonet GTX Plus 7 DCT. I have clocked about 350 kilometers on this car, and it's 100 kilometers on the highway and 250 kilometers in the city. I thought I'd share my ownership experience, the things which I like about this car and the things which I feel could have been better. So starting off with the things which I like, I really think this car looks absolutely stunning, especially from the front. It looks muscular, and especially during nighttime with the DRLs on, it looks like a much bigger car. From the front, this is probably the best looking car in the sub 4 meter segment. And as you go towards the side, it is a little boxy, but it still looks good. It's got a nice design on the alloy wheels. And as you move towards the rear, especially this angle, the rear 3/4, it looks good. It has a nice LED connected tail lamp. The indicators, I believe, are halogen, and you have this dark skid plate because it's the GTX variant. You have the GT line badging here. Lower variants, you have a lighter skid plate. But yeah, overall it looks good from all angles. And it's one of the reasons why I got this car, because I really like the looks of Kia Sonet. Let's step inside and check what the cabin looks like. You have soft edge material on the door panel, and you have these sunshades which come straight from the factory. I think all variants get it. It's a standard feature. This has Bose sound systems. You got the Bose badging right here. The cabin lights are halogen. You have an electric sunroof. I've never used it, to be honest. I'm just gonna close it. It's pretty damn hot outside. You get two adjustable headrests, but you don't get one for the center passenger. You have an armrest, but as you can see, it's a new car, and we haven't removed the plastic. I'll be doing that later. I've removed it in the front. You also get an air purifier, rear AC vents. You get two USB Type-C fast charging ports in the rear. The knee-room is all right. As long as you're below 5'10", you shouldn't have a problem. But if you are tall, if you're 6 feet or above, then yes, it's going to feel a little cramped inside. And Kia has also scooped out the front seats, so it gives you a slightly better knee room. And I think they have also reduced the boot to improve the recline angle of the rear seat. For two adults in the rear, it's actually pretty comfortable. The under-thigh support is okay. Again, not the best in the segment. There's a lot of headroom on offer. So yeah, large windows. It's a good car for 4 people, but if you want to squeeze in a third adult in the rear, then yeah, it's going to feel really cramped. And since this is the GTX variant, you have dark roofline. The interior theme overall is dark, but still you have a good sense of space, and it doesn't really feel claustrophobic inside. The plastic quality is nice. It is hard plastic, but you know, they have these texture which makes it feel like, you know, it's a bit more premium than the hard plastic which you find in other cars in the segment. And yes, you do have, like, you know, some soft touch materials, especially on the door panel. You also get it in the front, and there is a armrest. This doesn't slide. Let's step out and check the boot space. The tires are MRF Wanderers, and the size is 215, 16-inch wheels. Oh, it's got rear disc brakes. That's something the competition misses out on. Front and rear discs. And braking performance is pretty good. Boot space, I think it's 385 or 390. It's quite decent. This is an accessory which I installed. Good thud sound. I don't know if it is visible, but you've got aluminum pedals below. The mirrors are auto folding and electrically adjustable, and all 4 windows have one-touch up-down functionality. Let's check it out. Yep. And also in the rear. I really like the design of the steering. It's got this nice leather wrapping. It's got this GD line batching down below, and the quality of switches are very good. You know, it feels very premium. Even the rear AC vent, I like the design, and you know, the just the way it feels when you touch, it just gives you the feeling that you're sitting in a very premium car. You also get a 360 camera. You can zoom in, zoom out. The feed from the camera is very good. You know, the resolution is nice. You can also change the views. You can also leave this running as you drive, and I think that's something which you don't see in many cars in the segment. In the past, Hyundai and Kia used to give cooled glove box, but they have removed this feature, and no, this car doesn't get cooled glove box. You have Bose sound system. I'd probably play some song later on. The gear lever design and quality is also good. It just feels a little tight right now, probably because the car is new, but I'm pretty sure it'll loosen up with time. And you also get a sunroof. I'll open it. This can actually be opened and closed using voice command. Let's try that. Where's the, I think it's this one right here. Close sunroof.
Closing the sunroof.
Nice. You can also turn off air conditioner, even open the driver side window using voice commands. You can try that as well. Open driver side window.
Opening the driver's window.
That works. I haven't really gone through the entire list of voice commands that it supports, but that's something which I would cover in a different video. And it also has paddle shifters. This car doesn't get telescopic adjustment, and I think that's a miss. I'm not really nitpicking here, but telescopic steering is a very useful functional feature. You know, if you have the ability to pull the steering close to you and slide the armrest in the front, you'll be in a more comfortable position for long drives on the highway. So this misses out on both. So no telescopic steering, just tilt, and the armrest doesn't slide forward. So yeah, I wish Kia had given, you know, those two features. They haven't given sliding armrest, probably because it has an air purifier. You know, that's justifiable, but I wish they had given it telescopic steering. Okay, I'm gonna reset the trip rating. Let's go for a short drive in the city. Seat belts on. Shifting to drive mode. When you go over rough roads like this, you do feel all the bumps and irregularities in the road. So the suspension is tuned on the stiffer side. Kia offers 3 driving modes: Eco, Sport and Normal. And I usually avoid the Eco mode because the turbo lag becomes very evident. Kia has done a good job at minimizing the turbo lag compared to the previous generation of Sonet. They've made some changes to the tuning of the engine, but Eco mode is a big no. It's just too dull. Normal mode is fine. I usually keep it at normal, but I definitely enjoy driving in sport mode. The throttle response is more crisp. It's more eager to accelerate, as you can see here. This is more fun to drive. If you're driving this car in sport mode, it's comparable to you know, Kailak. The performance is on par. And honestly, I don't find much difference between the driving dynamics as well. This also has a good steering, and when you switch to sport mode, it adds a little bit of extra stiffness. I'm not really pushing this car hard because it's still in the braking period. If you're driving this car with a light foot in the city, you can expect anywhere between 12 to 14 kmpl. especially if you have if you're driving in moderate traffic conditions like this. But if you drive this car in bumper to bumper city traffic during peak hours, fuel efficiency is going to drop to 10, 11, and maybe even single digit if you're driving in sport mode. I also like the color TFT MID. It looks analog, but it's actually a digital thing with an analog layout. You also get blind spot monitoring on the driver's display. The quality is pretty good. This is going to be really useful when you're driving in tight city traffic. .3 kilometers in the city, and the MID shows 17.2 kmpl, which is not bad at all. I think if I resist my urge to floor the throttle, these 1.0 TGDI engines can be efficient. Well, there you have it, a short POV city drive review of the 2025 Kia Sonet. I hope you like this video. Stay tuned for more videos on Sonet, and drive safe.